Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready?
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. Today, we give you the power to grow your ideas by building meaningful relationships in the communities we serve. Because it's the same place we started. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Oh, what a venue it is. The Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Last time the Jamestown Blue Jays and Minot Magicians from a year ago were in this venue at the same time. It was during the WDA hockey tournament last February. They didn't play each other on the final day. It was the Magi that played Century and won a region championship, being the #1 seed heading into the state tournament with the #1 W next to their name after taking down the Patriots, winning their first region title since 2006. On the other side for the Jamestown Blue Jays, they played the Botno Rugby Braves. They lost by a goal. They didn't qualify for the state tournament. It's a long time ago since then. A lot has changed, including the name of Minot High School hockey. They're now the United as they co-op with Minot North. Tonight they rumble with the Blue Jays here in WDA play. Good Thursday evening and welcome in to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. For 25 years, the Lundins have been taking care of the people that they service. Locally owned really does matter, not to mention the oil change to stay in your car. Drive-through oil change, typically performed in about 15 minutes or less. Find them in Minot and Bismarck. It's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Well, the season fairly young, and really young, really, as The Jamestown Blue Jays come in with a 1-1 mark. They had a game scheduled last week against Bismarck. Mother Nature won that one. That game was postponed. The two games that they have on the slate so far this year, they beat Williston 3-0 out at the Agra Ice Complex in Coyote Country. Then they played Devils Lake in a non-conference matchup on the 29th of November. They lost by a score of 5-4. In the conference, they come in with a record of 1-0 with that win over Williston, 1-1 overall on their campaign. For the Minot United Club, the what are we going to call it? 15 years of Minot High Magicians hockey and being on the mic for this. I'm used to calling them the Magi. So just bear with me as we work through that little kink in the system here. A new face for Minot hockey here. Minot United. For United, they've played 4 games on the campaign, only one inside the conference. They're 1-0 after a win over Legacy just the other night, 4-2. They beat the Sabres at the VFW Sports Center in the front half of a back-to-back Capital City clash that night in Bismarck. Century lost to Bismarck High right after Minot beat Legacy 4-2. Before that, the Magi played at home, beating Notre Dame by a score of 6-1 in a non-conference game. Then they were out in Fargo playing Davies. They lost 4-0 to the Eagles. Then they played Fargo North and lost 4-1. It's a United team that has a lot of talent, a lot of upside. The preseason #1 team inside of the WDA after winning the region title just a year ago, where they went 25-2 overall on their campaign. One of the best seasons that Minot High has ever had. One of the best teams, in my opinion, that I've had the courtesy of calling in the last 15 years. And what will that mean for Minot United this year? Well, another good test tonight against Jamestown. I'm Nick Holberg on the call tonight. Matt Morelli, the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, will join me on the broadcast coming up on the other side of the break. When we come back, we'll take a look around the conference. We'll take a look at the standings. We'll dive further into this matchup tonight. The Blue Jays and United collide here at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena on a beautiful Thursday night for high school hockey. Is there ever a bad night for high school hockey? I don't think so. That's right. More of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show when we return.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control, but what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day. Some would argue what the best time of the year is. I would say it's right now, the launch of high school hockey and high school basketball season. Just getting through the postseason for volleyball and football. Yeah, winter's not always great. However, it means hockey season's here, and we've got a WDA showdown tonight inside of the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Welcome back into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Locally owned, locally operated. I know we can't stress that enough, but the Lundins really have been taking care of their customers for over 25 years. That's why all of us at PSP Network choose Valvoline Instant Oil Change for our oil change needs. It's quick, it's convenient, timely service that won't slow you down. Find them in Minot and Bismarck. I'm Nick Holberg alongside of a good friend of mine. Welcome back into the broadcast booth, former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, Mr. Matt Morelli. Matt, a little different. I know that I told you at the commercial break that not calling the Magi is going to be a little bit tough here this year. Minot United now comes into the league after winning another region championship in the regular season and the region crown last year for the tournament. What does that do for the program coming in where you've got two schools split? Is it really anything besides cosmetic when you look at how it's formulated here?
You're right. I don't think it's much different aside from the name. I mean, it's still odd to hear you say that. Minot United with not really a mascot name, but you're right. Same type of thing. The guys, I don't think that's once the puck drops, they don't even think about that kind of stuff. They just want to play. They want to battle. They want to go and have some fun and get this season rolling. And like all these guys, the off season, the training, you still look forward to when you're going to start, when those games. Practicing is one thing, but nothing compares to game time.
Yeah, it's game time tonight in an old school rivalry. Jamestown in town, a 1-on-1. I had a nice conversation earlier on tonight with Jake Stillwell here in his second year as the head coach of the Blue Jays. This is a team that's got some promise, kind of like Minot High School and Minot North combined here. Minot United, they are going to be a bit young, but there's some talent on both sides. Keep an eye tonight on number 16 in blue, Parker Rolfsma. 34 points last year as a freshman. When you've got a kid in your lineup like that into the sophomore year, what would you expect out of a young man like that as far as a progression meter is concerned?
Well, I think when you have a guy, okay, so he's got experience, he can play. When you points are great and everything, but when your coach is got the confidence to give you minutes, that's where opportunities come from. You play, you're going to get chances. So when you have got young guys that are getting that experience early, it's kind of nice for a coach because they're going to come back. They're going to be there for a while. They should be coming back. You're going to count on them. Just no different than Minot. You take some of these guys that got a taste of it last year. Minot's going to have to count on some different guys. But then also on the other hand, you take a look at the veterans. Every team has veterans. The coaches, there's a reason those guys play a bulk of the workload, the minutes. They have to. The coach knows that they can trust those guys. They've been around. They know what the hard situations are. End of the period when it's a tight game, they're just going to have to be counted on more. That's just the way it is. You like we've always said, you roll your dice if guys are tired. They're still probably better than what you have on the bench. Nothing personal. You're just going by the odds percentages that you have to go with experience. They know what it takes. They're just going to have to dig down deep. If they're tired, so be it. They're young. They're 16, 17, 18-year-old guys. They'll get through it. It's a little different than you and I being tired at our age. These guys are kind of geared for that.
You look at what both of these teams are missing from a year ago. For Minot High, they're missing Mr. Hockey. You know him pretty well, your son, Mackley Morelli, but they had some other guns in that lineup from a year ago that the Magicians are definitely going to be missing and trying to fill those voids. When you lose a guy like Mac Morelli that was Mr. Hockey in the state of North Dakota, how much do you focus on trying to fill that void? Obviously, you can't mirror him. You just have to try to find a piece to somewhat resemble what he brought to the table, I would think.
Well, you take a look at players that were on last year's team. Okay, they step into that role of a go-to guy. Oliver Thompson, the Cole Richardsons, those types of guys. The Mike Willell, the kids have been playing. They're kind of waiting their turn. Tate Haugenow, some of those guys. Hey, you're going to have to put a little more. They're going to have to they'll throw those guys in there more. They're going to see more minutes. You're going to have to count on those guys and say, listen, now is kind of your time to be that guy, get the extra minutes, the extra the situations when the game's on the line. You roll. Every coach does it. You go with your guys that have kind of been there before. They know what to expect because they've got to show these younger guys kind of what it's like, how you do it, the work ethic, what it's like to be a leader. They're going to have to count on those guys. Your captain, your assistant captain. Not that you need everybody, but like you said, last year it wasn't just one guy. You had a lot of guys. Mine had a lot of offensive firepower. That's what kind of got them to that third and fourth place game.
Yeah, without a doubt, going 25-2 was pretty miraculous. For Jamestown on the other side, they're missing some studs as well. Jackson Maddock, Nate Walls, those are a couple names that were on the block for quite a while in Jamestown. Maddock had 35 points last year. Nate Walls had 28. Both of these teams, again, looking to lean on some younger talent here this year to propel them and lead them into the promised land. Official introductions taking place inside the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. While we do that, let's take a look at the standings inside of the WDA. They're brought to you tonight by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game. The Northern Plains Heating and Air. Call Dylan today. And here's why you want to. You want to make sure your furnace is running up to par with winter being where it is. Northern Plains Heating and Air and Trusted Tire bringing you the WDA hockey standings. Mandan's unbeaten at 2-0. They look pretty good on the campaign, Matt, coming into this third week of the season for the Mandan Braves. Minot's at 1-0, so is Jamestown. Legacy's at 1-1. Bismarck's at 1-1. Century lost to Bismarck in the shootout the other night, so they're 0-1-1. Hazen-Beulah and Botno Rugby without games in the conference just yet. Dickinson and Williston are both winless at 0-1. They play each other tomorrow night. Brock Widener will have the call of that on the PSP Network. There's a look at the standings inside of the WDA, brought to you by Trusted Tire and our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. We're going to take a break on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. When we come back, we'll dive further into this matchup. We'll salute our country with our nation's national anthem, and then we'll have the opening draw tonight from here at the Pepsi rink. Minot United, Jamestown, collide in West Region Hockey.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Nothing like the Star-Spangled Banner to get us set and ready for a high school hockey matchup tonight for the first time ever. It's Minot United against the Jamestown Blue Jays. No moniker for United, as Matt and I alluded to earlier on here in the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. And I said it from the start here tonight. Tonight marks 15 years, by the way, for me calling Minot High hockey or Minot High School hockey.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you so much.
Awesome.
It's been a fun ride, without a doubt. A lot of great memories from here in this booth, the All Seasons Arena all over the state, of course.
Time flies.
It's old habits that are kind of hard to switch. So you hear me call them the Magi tonight. For all you Minot North fans out there, just take it easy on me.
Don't send in a complaint and suggestion card.
Yeah,
email.
We know. We're going to work on it. I promise you. There's a lot going on in this brain up here. Time for the opening draw tonight, brought to you by Andrew Goodmanson at 701 Realty. Find them in the Magic City, 701realty.com. And Andrew Goodmanson, he didn't check in tonight. He doesn't know hockey season has started. He didn't have anything good to say. We'll catch up with him later.
He'll get better. He'll get better.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Nick Holberg, Matt Morelli on the call tonight from here at the Pepsi Rink. We are underway for WDA play. United up to center. Into the zone they go. Gross in after it underneath the Jamestown goal. Sent back away here to Thompson. He's got 4 points on the year for United. One of the top players, top prospects, if you will, inside of the West region. Puck comes back up to center, flipped right back in. Cole Richardson shot it into the Jamestown bench. And the faceoff's going to come back in United territory. Goaltender matchup tonight delivered by the UPS store for all your packing and shipping needs. Check this out. They also have a fantastic print option at the UPS store for all your printing needs. We used them. We redid the studio for Prime Time, a show that you'll see airing on PSP Network every Wednesday night. Marshall and the crew at UPS store hooked us up big time. Look out, that puck's up into the seats and a stop in the play. UPS store brings you the goaltender matchup for tonight's showdown. In goal for the Jamestown Blue Jays, Leif Hansen, 2 games played. He's carried the entire workload on the campaign. Hansen 1-1 with a 2.5 goals against average and a .902 save percentage. There you see Luke Richardson on your screen, .929 save percentage in the one game he's played on the campaign. 1 goal against average. Saw 14 shots. He stopped 13 of them. Richardson gets the call here tonight for Minot United. Quite a predicament that Jordan Willert, Jason Bennett, John Grubb are in. They've got 3 goaltenders in the goalie room, if you will, and all 3 of them can play, it sounds like. Never easy trying to make those decisions, eh?
No, you want depth. That's good. You get yourself choices. It's a good competition. It's good.
Puck comes back underneath the Minot High goal line. Richardson's just going to shuffle this one off into the hands here of Dawson Keller. Goes to his partner over on the far wing. This is Blake Holland to center. Into the offensive zone for United. Goes Hagenau back underneath the net. Christopher in after it. Shuffled away now back to Holland. Get underneath the goal. Hagenau near side at the point. Comes up Keller. Fire stick save. Rebound turned away underneath the goal line. Jamestown in after it. This is Werzer that goes up to the line. It's held in. Here's an open lane. Walking, firing. Oh, that was a goalpost clank. It went for Knowles as United is peppering early on here. 2 minutes in. That shot's going to be turned aside by Hansen. Back underneath the net now. United working with heavy pressure early on here in the hockey game. BNC Bank scoreboard reads 0-0. Just a little over 2 minutes in. Puck off the wall, taken back here by the Jays, but held at the line by United again. Holland sends it back towards the goal. Brushed back away, and it comes into the hands now of Cole Bollinger. Bollinger here on the near side wing. Shuffles it up into the neutral ice territory, but Minot's got heavy pressure early on here tonight, Matt, as they contain puck possession again. And they work back away over on the far side from Holland to the near. Up through the neutral ice territory it comes, and the dump and chase game is back on as Quinn Kilmer sent it underneath the Jamestown goal. Will we see any Bluebirds on the ice tonight? I asked you that earlier today when I called you at lunchtime.
I don't know. I think the Wild fans have kind of quieted down. We don't see as many animals on the ice anymore.
I'm sure Matt Stockert's watching here tonight. Matt, we miss you inside the conference, of course. Hope everything is well. Matt, the longtime head coach of the Jamestown Blue Jays. So many fun memories in the time that I've had the opportunity to call high school hockey in the West region. If you're new to this, it's no joke. For years, there would be dead jackrabbits on the ice when Minot High School would play. Of course, their moniker being the Magicians. You pull a rabbit out of the hat. It wasn't unlikely that you would see some chickens painted blue from time to time at the old All Seasons Arena when Jamestown would come into the Magic City for games. This is no joke. It's all, you were there, Matt. You played. This one's in on Richardson. Look out, he goes into the goal paint. Net comes off its moorings. Richardson's down. And hopefully he's going to be okay, but we're probably looking at maybe needing a trainer here for the netminder Richardson, who went hard into the goal. That's never something you want to see, especially early on in a season or in a game like this here this evening?
Well, it's like we've always said, you don't want to see anybody get hurt, whether it's Minot or the visiting team. We want hard competition. We want to play their best all the time, not with guys out or banged up or fluky injuries. You want sides at full full lineups and without injuries, and sometimes just a stroke of bad luck. You get these goalies are kind of tender, man. They back there, you got to watch it banging into those guys.
Fired on, that shot delivered in off of Brady Niedau. It was redirected away, and the puck comes all the way back into the Jamestown end. Icing on the play, and that icing's brought to you tonight by our friends at Planet Pizza, proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. They've got the best chicken wings in Minot. They've got a lunch buffet Monday through Friday from 11 to 2. They will deliver tonight as well, 701-852-1700. It's Planet Pizza, proudly bringing you high school athletics here on the PSP Network. It's good pizza, isn't it?
Oh, man. Said bring your sweatpants.
Load it on up. Here comes Minot United onto their own end. Heavy forecheck coming here now from Whitman. Minot's got the puck back, however. Now is Theodore Manuel, takes it back underneath his own net, sends it away to his partner Dane Voller. Voller shuffles it back away down to Thompson. Here comes the captain of Matt Minot. Back up to the neutral ice zone. I'm telling you, that is a tricky thing to try to get through your brain, not calling him the Magi. 12:35 left here in the opening period. Nobody on the board yet here on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Conversation I had tonight with Jake Stillwell, second-year head coach of the Jamestown Blue Jays. That's a name that's been in that program for decades. Of course, his dad, Mark, was longtime head coach of Jamestown. There was another coach in between before Matt Stockert took over the ship, and now Jake Stillwell has the reins of Jamestown. They're in good hands. He's a great guy. We want to congratulate him and Andrea, his wife. They just welcomed in their firstborn Emerson's into the world. Emerson will be the name on the job application. He's going by Sonny, however, is what Jake Stillwell told me here tonight.
I'm not sure how you get there. Not Sonny and Emerson. Don't really. It's not okay. I guess we'll leave it at that. That's a head scratcher, but okay. Maybe the last part of it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, whatever. Like I said, you and I are like, I guess, baby name wizards, but well, whatever you go with. When you're the parent, you do what you want.
That's right. 12-12 to play here in the first. Wonder if there'll be another Stillwell one day behind the bench. History seems to repeat itself. Will history repeat itself this year? Minot High went 25-2 last year on their way to their first region tournament title since 2006, where they upended Century here on their home ice. Richardson dumps it into the zone, back in behind the netminder. Hansen in after it, sent out in front, nobody home for Minot High. Comes back away on the far side wall. Hagenau had it interrupted there through the skates of Werzer. Now it's going to be taken here by Bullinger, trying to clear. L had it, got it back away now. Here's a firing shot that hit traffic from Nick Christopher. Shuffled up off the glass, held it at the line, sent back down here by Lemon. Oh, big collision there. The puck comes all the way back out to neutral. L's back on the transition into the zone. This is a 3-on-3 drop back.
Oh boy.
Drops off, Richardson sends it out front, tipped in front of the goal paint. Goes over the net, comes back up to the line, gets past Richardson, and all the way down it comes, where his brother comes out of the net to play it here for Minot United. Niedau trying to send it out front. Puck's taken away here by Jamestown. Offsides the call with 10:59 left in the opening period. Nobody on the BNC Bank scoreboard just yet.
I was just thinking we're 6 minutes in, not a lot of shots by either team, but if you're Minot, it's the saying, come down on that play there. You got to get pucks on net. Just take a shot. Get a shot. You got guys crashing the net for rebounds. Like we always said, you don't have to be pretty goals, but just put them on net. Anything on net is a good thing. Sometimes being too fancy is not. You don't want to do that.
Meat and potatoes hockey can win you a lot of games without question. Remember the Mike Peluso days at Bismarck High? How many shots the Demons would fire away? That was their motto: get it over the red line and fire it in. Mike led the Demons to a state title back in 2014. Good to see them get a win the other night over Bismarck Century. They're back with the program heading in the right direction. Here's Minot over the blue line, taken back by United, comes up to center ice, chipped off a head off the near side wall, comes away from Kilmer. Now it's going to be shuffled down into the far corner. In after it, here comes United with a chance out front. Oh, that was Danielson, had the chance, back at the line, fired, big save there, Hansen. Back at the point, held in by United. This one escapes the zone, comes up to center, shuffled off away by Schmeichel. Transition back into the offensive territory for Minot. The puck lays free in the neutralized territory where it's going to be darted on ahead there by Dane Voller. Jays with possession now as they about to break up. Up to center it comes. This will be iced down here by Brady Niedau. And Niedau sends it down. He's got 1 point here in this campaign. His older brother, Nolan Niedau, if you remember that name, he was a absolute stud for Jamestown. Division III college hockey for him.
Yeah, he gave Minot some headaches, no question.
Face off of the blocker side of Hansen. Lead pass, here's a chance, breakaway coming in. Belzer's by himself, fires, Richardson makes the save. Oh, what an executed play that was. Another look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Belzer had the chance, Richardson shuts the door, the score remains Goose Eggs. Nice opportunity there for Jamestown.
Great heads up play. I mean, I think Minot, you just a defenseman, you just got to be aware of those stretch passes. Sometimes when it's back and forth play, there's not much offense yet. You don't want to give up a long pass. Just got to know, keep everything in front of you.
Here comes Thompson up through center. He's over the blue line, dropped it back into the hands here with a spin move is Easton Bradley. He was our player of the game on the PSP network just the other night in the win over Legacy for Minot United. Puck comes away on the near side wall. United back up to neutral. Here's Niedau at center, carries in. This is Belzer. Stick check there nicely from Jace Lemon. Jays will dump it down back in behind Richardson, who wandered out of the net to play it. Under 9 to play opening period. Nobody on the board yet. Good back and forth hockey game so far here from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. One-timer on a tee, goes off the glove and into the net. Nick Christopher with his first of the year. United leads 1-0.
Well, good things happen when you put them on net. They don't always have to be highlight reels. Just like you said, old-fashioned. Put it on net and look for the rebounds.
Another look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. When off of Hansen's catching mitt, stumbles its way past the goal line and in. And Minot United leads 1-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 8:28 left here in this opening period. Christopher's first of the year. We'll wait for Duffy Novak to give us the assists on the play. First to center, the Blue Jays carry down. Brady Niedau sends it in. Richardson's out of the net to play it. Back in behind the cage, comes back away now here to the Jays. Up to the point. Hayden Ness has it. There's Duffy Novak. Richardson stick save. Two-on-one here for Minot as it's fired in. Hansen with the blocker stop. Christopher from Bradley. Minot up 1-0. Puck goes back away on the far side. High rising shot there from Voller, just missed. Over halfway through the opening period. United's got a 1-goal lead. Voller backhand feed, sends it in. Hansen goes down. He's going to hang on tight to it. And then some pushing and shoving, some extracurriculars and a conversation after the whistle here. The boys will be boys on a Thursday night inside of WDA hockey. Yeah, Dane Bowler, big number 33 for Minot United. It's been a pleasant surprise back on the back end for Minot United early on in this campaign. What is it about his game that you like so much early on in the first few sights and sounds that you've had of him?
I think good size. You got a guy like that, he's got good reach. I mean, you're going to go out there and be physical, and that's what you need. Set a tone out there. That's the way you want to do it. You come into your, we're at Minot's at home. Make them play Minot's game.
Tough, physical.
Right.
Rock 'em, sock 'em, if you will. Not an easy drive on the bus, about 3 hours from Jamestown to the Magic City. I didn't ask Jake Stillwell how they traveled today over on the interstate up on 83 or taking Highway 52. Either way, road conditions not terrible by any means, as Mother Nature played nice this early December day. Fuller back behind his own net, fires it ahead forward onto the tape here for Groves. He's got the motor on. Schmeichel's with him into the zone, whistled for the offsides. 6 on the dot to play here in the first period to stop in the play. Well, there you see the Jamestown coaching staff. Jake Stillwell, center your screen. Coach without the hat on. Should have seen the smile on his face when I asked how his family was, and he said that they had their firstborn just recently. Something special about that. Fantastic stuff. This puck sent into the mask of a United skater that's landed. Slind works up with it. His dad was a stud for Minot High back in the day. Josh Slind was his name. Puck comes all the way back in behind the Minot goal and a stop of the play on the icing. Uncle Ben was pretty good too for Minot High School back in the early 90s.
Yeah, they're good guys. I coached Josh and Bantams, my brother and I have had. Yeah, he was kind of a firecracker. That's just the way boy he could skate.
Puck comes back away underneath the Jamestown net. Aiden Ness tried to clear it. Jays are going to get some help here now. Minot United with the pressure again into the zone. Sent out front. Oh, it came right onto the hands there of Danielson. Bouncing puck. Unable to wrangle it at the time. He's got it down to the corner now, and a 2-for-2 scrum ensues where Schmeichel's away with it. Well, Minot High changed the name to Minot United for the co-op, and Schmeichel changed his hair. He no longer has the surfer hair, the skater hair, if you will. 34 for white. That was the best hockey hair in the conference a year ago.
This is his younger brother.
Oh, it's his younger brother. Thank you.
Right,
well, yeah, that's why.
That's testing you.
Keller Schmeichel, wake up. Here we go. That's right.
I'll get you a couple sugar cubes.
Yeah, thank you. Colin Schmeichel a year ago. You would think that I would remember that. He was a dominating force for Minot High in their run to a West Region regular season and tournament crown. He was one of those unsung kind of guys that just did a lot of little things right. Maybe not the flashiest guy. Puck comes back underneath the Minot High line now. Is in after it. This is Belzer. Belzer back behind the net. Where's the C? Representing his leadership of the Blue Jays. Belzer pokes it free, goes up the wall. Bradley there trying to stick check him, and the puck comes back away to the near side half boards. Taken here by Thompson. Onto the tape for Bradley. Up to center. 2-on-2 drill into the zone. This is Bradley with it. Nice defensive stop there coming from Gumke. Puck wrapped around the far wing, and it comes all the way back out into the neutral ice territory. Dawson Keller back after it. No confusion with Dawson Keller and the Keller that played last year for Minot High School. That's because Big Brother wore the goal pads, one of the best to ever do it at Minot. 4 minutes, 2 seconds left here in the first. Centering feed out front, trying to feed it back over to Schmeichel. Comes back away now, make that 24 rather. That's Hagenau, not 34 Schmeichel. Puck comes away into the hands of Anderson, and Anderson starts the rush up into neutral. Fired across center ice zone. It's taken here back by the Jays. Chipped up off the glass. Brady Anderson moved it off. Richardson back on the retrieve in his own territory. And Cole Richardson will handle here. Monumental piece to Minot North's football run this year. Here's Zell into the zone. Fires, he shoots and scores.
Great shot. offside, off coming down the offside.
Michael L., second goal of the season. Low glove side, trickles up and in. Minot United leads 2-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. L's one of those kids this year that certainly can be one of those difference makers for United here, trying to go back-to-back inside the conference.
Well, like you're saying, everybody's got to. They kind of have to all pick it up a little bit, and that's we're going to need contributions from everybody. I've always said you're only as good as your guys down the lineup.
Swept into the corner by Hansen, comes back up to the point. Slap shot. Chipped away. Here's Duffy Dolbeck.
Number 9, Cole Richardson.
L from Richardson. United's up by 2. Sent in on Hansen. Minot win for a change. Plenty of real estate here for the Jays. They send it out to neutral. Belzer got a stick on it. Comes all the way back in behind the Minot goal. Underneath the goal line. Backhanded away to the far side wall. Off of Jackson Dahl. Into neutral. Walking down with it. That was Knowles. Comes back away to the hands here for Jackson Dahl. Sends it underneath the cage on the near side wing. We've played 15 minutes of hockey here in the opening period. Minot with a 2-goal cushion. Drive, save, rebound. It's actually blocked out in front. Here come the Jays. This is a 3-on-3 drill. Motors on into the zone. They carry down. Gator with it. Works it back underneath the net here to Nidow. Nidow, spin move underneath the goal line. Sends it out front. Oh, Richardson, big stop with the left pillow. Kicked it out and said, I don't think so. Back in comes United. Here's a drive and a pad save from Hansen. Shots are 8-4 favoring United. They carry a 2-goal lead. It's opened up a bit here in the later portion of the first period of play. Minot dumps it down. After it there, that's Aiden Ness, fired it away. Comes out to neutral. Kyle Stevens has the armbands on tonight with Devin Blada. We didn't mention the officials. Good pair of them here tonight that are in charge of this hockey game. 2 of the better in the area, no question about that. Schmeichel turns and fires towards the net, sent it wide. Comes back to Schmeichel, drifts it up to the line. Now Keller fires, loose in front. Shooting gallery's on, blocked away there. Landon Slind had the chance at it. Slind's going to get it again. No, he's not. It was stuck away. Blue Jays trying to clear. They will. And it comes back up to center. Thompson sends it across. Schmeichel on the dump and chase. Final 30 seconds to play here in the opening period. Richardson from the point. Off of Hansen's glove. All right, kids, get ready to count them down. We're at 15 seconds right now. You can take a break. Clock stops with 13.3 to play. Icing is the call.
You got a penalty on Jamestown. I think he didn't like the call. That was a close call. I think he got knocked down kind of inadvertently by Oliver Thompson and didn't. He kind of let the referee voice his displeasure on missing that call. Maybe that's a tough call. Could have gone either way. That could have maybe been an interference. But either way, most referees don't want to take any grief from a 17-year-old kid. I wouldn't either, though, would you?
No, not an easy job by any means.
No, it's not.
Max Whitman is the one that's rung up. The unsportsmanlike
Yeah,
call.
I think just 2 minute unsportsman.
First power play of the hockey game belongs to Minot United. And the man advantage comes out with 10 seconds to play here in the opening period. At the point, Bradley fired it towards the net. Bouncing puck comes right away into the hands here. Firing was Nick Christopher, looking for his second of the game. But the stop was made from Hansen. Jamestown's penalty kill perfect at 100% on the year. Minot's power play has gone 3 for 18, which works into 16.7% on their campaign. A shot at the end of the period. Gobbled up by Hansen. He'll hang on to it. And we are officially through one period of play here at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. United hanging on to a 2-goal lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Jerome's Collision Center. First intermission report comes up next here on the PSP Network. This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's They're the experts. Jerome's.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
17 minutes in. 17 of the second to come, 17 of the third to follow. Welcome into our Jerome's Collision Center first intermission report. Big thanks to Jerome's Collision Center. Accidents happen. It's part of life at Jerome's. Our goal is to help get your car and your life back on the road, both literally and metaphorically. It's a goal that focuses us to do more than fix your vehicle. They've been doing it since 1975. That's a long time, Matt. Call 701-852-5126 to schedule your collision repair or other service. Collision repair is their specialty. They value your car and you. Jerome's Collision Center brings you the first intermission report. Nick Holberg alongside of the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, Mr. Matt Morelli. Well, Minot's got a 2-goal lead and a 10-4 shot advantage after the first period of play. Not a bad hockey game for either side. What was it about Minot's game that's got them in the driver's seat after one period?
Well, I think they got warmed up a little bit. The first, say, 6-7 minutes, Minot was a little. They weren't getting a lot of offense, not a lot of shots generated. But I think they kind of got warmed up. You crack that. Get the first goal and get on the board. We always talk about confidence. These young kids, boys and girls, just scoring. It doesn't have to be a ton, but just getting comfortable with you're early in the season. A lot of these guys are seeing their first real varsity action, especially at home. So, and in a WDA game, these games are, like we always talk about, how important. Doesn't matter what time of the year it is, you got to get these points. And I think they're starting to kind of settle in a little bit. But if you're Jamestown, nothing wrong with their game either. They're right there. Jamestown's probably got to get a little more. They got to get some more, pucks on net. Get some offense generated. Like we talk about their guys, they're looking for that stretch pass, whatever it takes. But hang in there. You're on the road. You got to hang in there. You got to stay close. Give yourself a chance in the third period. You don't want to, be at a deficit of so many goals where you just know you're not going to come back. But you're on the road. You keep things tight. We've always said just keep the game close so you have a shot at the end to make a chance to pull out a win. It wasn't bad. Like I said, I think either side, both sides, you got kids that they're starting to, there's probably some nerves there. That's normal. God, you wouldn't be a human if you didn't get a little nervous. That's kind of a good thing. Get you all jacked up, and these kids they want to play. I mean, practicing is fun doing this, but there's only so much excitement that comes from practice. These coaches are, trying to teach these guys a lot of things. They want to be put in a regular season game and see what they're made of. You're going to get guys that they need ice time. These these coaches are still in that evaluation stage. What lines work, which ones don't. The same with the kids. They've got to get used to systems and strategies and being where they should be on the ice. A lot of these kids, you're not playing Bantam A anymore. It's high school varsity action is a whole different game than youth hockey.
Yeah, it is a step up without a doubt. That's what's so much fun. I have to apologize. In the opening period of play, Parker Rolfsma for Jamestown, the leading point getter. He's got 4 of them on the campaign, and this is a young man we highlighted in the pregame show. I had my numbers wrong the whole first period. I kept saying it was Nina with the puck. It was Rolfsma. What do they have to do to get a guy like Rolfsma, who's wearing 16, not 17 tonight, by the way, into the mix a bit more to create some more opportunities for the top gun for the Blue Jays?
Well, I think that Jamestown they've got, it looks like they were a little bit at times panicking in their own zone. You just got to settle down. You know, it all starts in your defensive zone. Be calm back there with the puck. Communication, having guys talk to each other. They've had chances, Jamestown's had chances to get it out of the zone, and you can't be turning the puck over 10 feet inside the blue line. Those pucks got to be chipped off the glass, up and out. You're in doubt, chip it, send it, chip one high off the outside, and it takes the pressure off the defenseman, off the goalie, where you're in your zone, you're pinned in, you're not getting a lot of, you can't get possession of the puck. Guys start getting tired, they're at a long shift. That's when bad things happen. I think Jamestown's, their offensive guns just got to get rolling. They've got to get possession quick. That first pass is so important, getting out of the zone, getting that transition game. If there's a turnover at center ice, taking it and going, making something happen.
Second period coming up right around the corner here on the PSP Network. Let's put a cap on the Jerome's Collision Center first intermission report. Big thanks again to Jerome's for their continued support. Our mission of promoting local athletes here on the PSP Network. This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
It's good. Sorry. As you say, you got some good refs. Kyle knows what he's doing.
Without question, we're underway for the second. If you're just joining us, Jamestown in blue, Minot United is in white. Minot's got a power play for the next minute 35 to start the middle period. Turnover, Belzer's got it, he's in, shorthanded, sweeps it out front. Oh, there's a delay call coming here. Thompson fires it out of the zone. And we will have 4-on-4 action for the next minute 26.
Oh boy, sometimes those plays like that, they give coaches they bring the blood pressure up when you're on the power play and you take a penalty, and sometimes you have to. There's sometimes when you just have to do it. But boy, those are tough when you got the man advantage, and then you take a 2-minute and you put yourself at a 4-on-4.
A lot of open ice here for the next minute 26. After that, 34 seconds of Jamestown power play time. Coming out of that commercial break, Matt and I are talking off the air about the officiating crew. That puck goes up into the Minot bench, the Minot United bench, excuse me, stopping the play. It makes such a difference having guys on the ice surface that know their stuff and know how to control a game more than anything, where a guy like Kyle Stevens or Devin Blaine and those guys,
they're all good. Like we always say in games, people talk about a game, whatever sport it is, they shouldn't be talking about the officiating. Talk about the players and what a good game it was, not about calls they made and missed. You know, like I said, we know it is. It's a tough job. Not everybody wants to do it.
Got one of the best reffing stories of all time that I'll tell you here in this period. Happened when we were at the North Dakota game just a few weeks back after the Dakota Bowl. The PSP crew got a chance to go to the Ralph, watch some college hockey. Here's Lemon with the shot, fires it off a shin pad, up and out of play. 15:55 left here in the second. 42 seconds remain of 4-on-4 time. So here's what happened. Scott Woodmansey, the legend himself, Dallas Hansen and I were all sitting together in the lower bowl at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. I asked Woody, I said, have you ever heard my Tim Hennessy play-by-play impersonation? Hennessy, of course, the legendary play-by-play guy for North Dakota. My idol, by the way. I think that Tim Hennessy is the man without question. I mean, that's where this whole love for broadcasting started, listening to old Timmy H back in the day. Jamestown fires it back into Minot territory. Puck's going to be taken here. I'll continue the story in a second. It's a good one. Comes up to L. He's going to carry in. He's got a man with him. L's going to fire. Karam's off the end wall. Sent out in front. Hansen trying to get a stick on it. Couldn't quite, but he sweeps it away, and it comes back away now into the hands of Gavin Schaefer, who floats it in on Richardson. He's going to be forced to sit on top of it. Uh-oh, hang on tight. There's a shot.
Boy, those are just penalties you can't take. You got to have some restraint. I mean, some discipline. Nobody likes when opposing players get near your goalie, but the Jamestown player didn't really do anything bad there. He just stopped and trying to get out of the way, lost his balance a little bit. Those are penalties that just are really unnecessary. If you're not getting on a kid, you don't want to let them have it too bad, but you have to control your emotions when it comes to that kind of stuff.
First power play of the game here for Jamestown. Anyway, in my Tim Hennessy impersonation in the seats at the Ralph, having a good time there. Tim from time to time would, maybe bang on the old refs of the WCHA once in a while. Well, it just so happens that my favorite referee, number A1 in North Dakota for hockey, is Tyler Liffrig. That's who I think the best referee of all the referees is at high school or the college level. Here's a 5-on-3 for Jamestown. They're into the Minot territory. Comes up to the point. Handled down here by Burkett. Drops it back off. Rolfsma fired. That one hit traffic on in front. Richardson's going to try to clear. He will, and it rolls all the way down. So part of Tim Hennessy, the fake impersonation I'm doing to make Woody and Dallas laugh, is ripping on the refs. Well, it happens that Tyler Liffrig is on the ice as one of the refs, and I know him, so I say, I'm on Liffrig tonight. I'm kind of playing it off. Here's a 5-on-4 now for the Blue Jays. Puck comes out in front of the net, fired, save, Richardson. Taken back away here by Lemon, trying to clear. Rolfsma on the near side wall, going to work on it, taking it, flipped out of the zone. Minot United's kill looking good here. They're batting at 100% on the season. So I'm doing the fake, this is the end of the story. I'm doing a fake play-by-play with Hennessy's voice, ripping on Tyler Liffrig as only a joke. You'll never guess who's sitting right in front of me at the Ralph Engelstad Arena.
Tyler's wife?
Tyler's mother.
Oh boy, worse.
She had no idea that I was just playing around and joking. I had quite a hole to dig myself out of.
She gave you some dirty looks?
There was more than dirty looks, without a doubt. Puck comes back in front of the Minot goal. Taken now and worked up to center ice. Short-handed is United. Look at the wheeling and dealing here. It's fired in. Voller carried it all the way down. Hansen made the stop. And with 3:37 left here in the second period, Minot still holding a 2-0 lead, shorthanded for the next 17 seconds. It was all
needless to say, you must have been embarrassed.
Yeah, no, it was all cleared up by the end.
Did you tell her you were joking?
She texted him in between periods, and Tyler had my back, I think. He said, yeah, he actually is a fan of mine. What are the chances of that?
You guys are friends on Facebook?
Oh, yeah, we're... Not the mom. She was a nice lady.
Probably not her.
She was a good sport when it was all said and done. 13:25 to play in the second. United's about to go back to full strength. They are now. Puck comes back underneath the Minot high goal. Taken here, flipped out by Richardson. Lead pass into offensive territory on the rush. This is Knowles. Sends it out front. Nobody home. Puck's taken away now by Anderson, and Anderson will skate it up to center. Comes back away now to L, the neutral ice territory. Taken there by Gaynor, fires it in. Rolls around back behind the net. Belzer tried to feed it out front. He does. Comes onto a tee. Rolfsma fires waffle board. Stop there from Richardson. Puck's going to be taken here by Cole Richardson now as he's got real estate. Richardson with a fancy move to evade his own zone, and it comes away to the near side wing where it's taken by Jace Lemon, and Lemon will carry it in. Lemon turns and fires, stick stop. Coming there from Hansen, sent out front, nobody home for United. And we go back the other direction now as Rolfsma, bidding for his 5th point of the year, carries it into Minot territory. Bradley stripped it there, goes back away now into the hands of Keller. Keller with a backhand sauce pass, got it to Lemon. Lemon ducks his way through neutral, but it comes back into the hands here of Burkett, and Burkett moves it forward. Rolfsma's back at center. Taken by the Jays once again, and Gumpke will move it back off here to Lemon. Fired forward. Now Bradley. He's going to lay it on the near side wing. Bradley sends it back, rows out front, fires. Oh, he hit his own man. That one pegged Thompson in big time. Jays and Burkett carry back into Minot territory. On the retrieve here, Blake Holland's got it. Sweeps it away, 2-on-1. This is a breakaway now, carrying in. Bradley's going to walk down with it, backhand. Oh, what a defensive play that was. Otley came back and said, I don't think so.
Great back check.
Bradley on angle shots, fired up off of traffic into the protective mesh. Worth another look at this one on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. DriveRyan.com. Browser massive inventory today. Great experience at Ryan Family Dealerships. PSP Network with some new wheels courtesy of Ryan Family Dealerships. Top to bottom, the sales experience. Grade A, I'm telling you, Matt. They're a great partner of the PSP Network. Without them even being a partner, I'd say the same thing. I highly recommend Ryan Family Dealerships for how they take care of their customers without question. Delayed call coming here on United. Back with the puck is United. That's Holland that touches it here. There's an interference call coming. And Jamestown gets their second power play of the game. As into the box for Minot goes Caden Danielson.
Like we said, it's tough when you're taking a lot of penalties and disrupting the flow of the game for Minot. Then other guys, certain guys are not getting ice time and they're sitting out. You got to be short-handed. I think a lot of unnecessary penalties that Minot shouldn't be taking.
Puck's fired up into the Jamestown bench and a stop of the play with 10:56 to play here in the second period. By the way, tonight's game brought to you by Val Cyclery. Locally owned and operated in downtown Minot since 1960. They have a full line of e-bikes that they service in their shop, sharpening center for knives, scissors, chainsaw blades, and more. Fitness center with treadmills, ellipticals. Val Cyclery, proud to support our mission of promoting local athletes on the PSP network. Jays power play has not scored yet on the season. This puck was touched, and it's going to come all the way back into Jamestown territory. 0 for 6 at this point of the year, and that's something that Matt Stillwell will certainly want to improve on.
Well, for sure, your power play, that's where you want to make it hurt. You're not going to score every time, but if you can be around that 20%, that's fantastic. You have to score. You've got to make it count in these big games, because that makes a difference in a game, because your special teams.
Center ice, Fuller is going to have a shot at it here, but it will be the Jays that move it in. Heads up, Matt. That one was going to come right up at us, and the puck comes all the way back up into the neutral ice territory now, where Jamestown will carry back in with it. Belzer's got wheels on him, doesn't he? Works it away back here to the near sideline. From the point, fired forward. Rolfsma moves it across back to Belzer. Tipped out in front. All went just wide of the cage. Voller, backhand, sweeps it away back to the line. Sent right back down underneath the goal now. Working with it here from the near side. Bottom of the circle. Comes back all the way up to the point where it's going to be taken back at center. Having to regroup there was Braxton Burkett. Minot's got it back, and now the puck's going to go off the glass and roll into Jamestown territory. Do you remember any of those nights back in your day playing back in the 80s where there was painted chickens on the ice? Do you remember that at all?
No, there was usually, it seemed like wherever you went, there was a rabbit would show up if we got scored on. Botno was always it never failed in Botno. Jamestown, the Bismarck teams, I don't think they did that as much. But it was Jamestown, Botno. I think they had a surplus of dead animals for some reason. I don't know why. I think they had a partnership with maybe some of the farmers. I don't know what it was, but there was always quite a few.
Icing on the play comes all the way down. That icing brought to you by Minot State. The best way to predict your future is to create it. More than 96% of recent Minot State grads are either employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Minot State University, be seen, be heard, be you. 26, that was the record. Student section at Bismarck High School tossed 26 jackrabbits out of the ice one night in a Minot.
Are you kidding?
Bismarck High showdown. That's a true story. You'll have to ask Larry McFall about that.
Wow.
Or Nathan Stremick. I think he was the one that got the game winner that night in that hockey game. Puck comes all the way back down on Hansen, makes a stick save. 13th shot registered, make it 14th of the night for Minot United. Out shooting Jamestown 14-6. Minot kills off the Jamestown power play. And now it's going to be taken here off of L. Rolls back into Blue Jay territory. And back on the retrieve are a pair from each side here. Who comes out with it? L's got it, fires it on. Hit the outside of the iron there as it's going to be taken back underneath the net now. Soccered away forward off of Nick Christopher. He's got a goal in this game. Comes back away down to Lemon at the point. Tipped in front, save, rebound, loose with the yawning goal mouth, and the puck is going to be sent all the way back up to center. Belzer with the wheels carries down, but Lemon comes back disrupts that opportunity.
Boy, great burst of speed by Belzer.
Comes back away down to Bradley. Stick work from Bradley, crashing towards the goal. Hang on tight, nets off its moorings. And a stop of the play with 7:37 left here in the second. Minot up on top of Jamestown by a score of 2-0. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, bnc.bank, locations in North Dakota and Arizona for all your personal and business banking needs. Game reset. Nick Christopher's first of the year came at 8:28 remaining in the first period, assisted by Bradley. At 3:24, it was L that got his second for Minot United. Richardson was the one that had the assist on that play. Jamestown out on the board here in this contest. Richardson out of the net to play it. Sweeps it back underneath the goal line. Comes away on his blocker side, but it's taken here by Voller. Now Voller's going to take a look for it. Skates it out of the zone. Voller's got hands back there, doesn't he?
He's got a great mop too.
Best hockey here we've seen so far. Only one game in on the PSP Minot broadcast. Oh, Thompson pasted on the near side. Nice hit delivered there. Braxton Burkett sent him into the wall. Puck's loose. Rolfsma, 2-on-2 drill. Here's Rolfsma into the zone. Rolfsma, center slot, fires. Oh, Richardson makes a stop.
Great save.
Back up at the point. Burkett sends it back down. Voller trying to send it out of the zone. Comes away back to the near line. Hops over the tape of Otley, and Otley regrouped it at center. Dumped right back in. Richardson went onto the net to play it. Now Voller's going to sweep it here to Bradley on the near side. Thompson's got it back behind his own net. He'll start the charge here and just flip this one out of the zone. Rolling puck will come all the way down. I would guess we would have an icing here, and we will. That icing brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Call Dylan today, 222-2155. Make sure your furnace is performing at the top of its game. Bones Barbecue Sauce also bringing you tonight's action. A true North Dakota original, created and bottled right here in North Dakota. This premium barbecue sauce is perfect on anything from ribs to burgers to veggies. Find it today at your local grocery store, Cashwise, Marketplace, or Family Fare. Bones Barbecue, and that stuff is good. Another icing. 5:55 left in the second. We'll tell you about Farstead Oil. Contact Farstead Oil today to find out how their skilled sales team can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, Western Minnesota, all since 1938. Committed to outstanding customer service and reliability. It's Farstead Oil. Big thanks to them for their continued support. We won't hit you with another sponsor read, but we do have another icing on the play with 5:46 left.
You get back to the dead animals on the ice, and like you're talking about all that number of in that one game. Like, what do you think happened in those days? Hey, you know, if you're taking a ticket at the door, hey, do you got an animal? You get in free. I mean, it's like, what on earth? It's like, I mean, that's like a rabbit farm. I don't know how that's even possible.
Minot went to Jamestown last year. We didn't make the trip. I didn't make the trip, but I think there was one on the ice.
I think so. Yeah, I think I vaguely recall something being thrown out there.
Wilson Arena. Tremendous place to play, and that's one of the great venues in the WDA for high school hockey. Not an easy place to play in either, by the way.
Oh, not a tough place to win.
A lot of tradition in Jamestown. A lot of great players coming through that program. They've never won a state championship. However, they've got region tournament titles back in 1995. Here's an opportunity coming in. Oh no, Richardson goes hard into the pipes again. Brady Niedow was the one that went crashing in. Richardson run into by his
own
guy.
Accidental, of course, but
yeah, back to Jamestown. They've never won a state championship. 2 WDA region tournament titles. Region champions, 3 of those marks trophies in the trophy case. Jamestown High School, 85, 86, and 1995. Remember the name Joey Vanette? He was the goaltender back in '95, and boy, was he a stud in the pipes. Seems like Jamestown always has somebody to wear the pillows that does a pretty nice job back there. No different here tonight. Leif Hansen's been good at this hockey game. Turned aside 13 of the 15 that he's seen in the contest. Under 5 to play in the second. Minot with the puck. Worked away down here by Richardson up at the point. Spins back towards the wall, sends it to his partner. Lemon's going to have to retrieve it and send it right back down into the zone. Comes back up to center. Lemon again, dump and chase. Back to the point, Richardson tried to put it on a tee. Dahl dropped it down, fired it towards the net. Richardson again. Terham's out in front, and now the motor's on. Back the other way here for Gaynor. He's in, tipped out in front. Oh, what a play. Belzer to the top shelf. Blue Jays are on the board.
Great deflection. Yeah, great deflection.
Let's watch this one back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Do apologize. Replay deck just not quite up to speed here tonight. Nevertheless, it was Belzer. Tipped it, got it to the top shelf.
Like we say in hockey, worst lead in hockey, 2 goals. It's like you need that third one to kind of put a little bit more pressure and put them on their heels a little bit more. But give Jamestown credit, they're just kind of hanging in there.
2-1 hockey game.
That's a tough play for Richardson, the goaltender. I mean, the deflections are, that's where you need your defenseman tying up sticks, getting sticks up. You just, those are almost impossible for goaltenders to stop.
Belzer's second of the year. Big collision back in behind the net. That brought the fans to volume. Voller back at the point. Backhands it underneath the net. Under 3 to play here in the second. Puck comes back away now to Voller. This one high up off the glass, and it's going to be taken here by the Jays. All the way down it comes. Icing on the play brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education at Minot State University. MSU grads get jobs, period. Apologize for our scoring issue on the screen here tonight. Working on getting that resolved for you in a quick manner. Puck comes back away down to the Jays into offensive territory. Belzer, who's got the Jamestown lone goal out in front. Oh, it swept through the blue paint. Comes back up to the point now. Fired in. Belzer on the doorstep. Stop was made again, Richardson. Jamestown's buzzing a bit after they scored their first of the game. Puck comes away on the near side wall. Minot going after the puck. Belzer going after the magician on the near side wing. That was Slind. Comes up to center. It's in the feet there of Brady Groves, and it's going to be dumped right back in. Richardson made the play on it. Comes back away to the near side wing. Minot trying to clear. They will. Comes back up into the neutralized territory. Not a polite game tonight by any means. No one ever said Jamestown and Minot like each other in this matchup. Slid out front to Thompson. Oh my goodness.
Great pass. Not much a goalie can do on that. That's like a tap in.
Candidate for your move of the game.
Yeah, great play.
Slind sends it to Thompson, and Thompson buries it. Minot moves the lead back to 2. On the year, Slind's second point. Thompson's team high goal number 3, point number 6 on the campaign. was a pretty one, wasn't it?
Oh, great play. Good unselfish play.
90 seconds left here in the period. Let's listen in to Duffy Dolbeck.
Number 10, Oliver Thompson. Number 22, Landon Slynn. And number 23, Easton Bradley.
Bradley was in on that one as well. Second assist of the game for Easton Bradley. Minot's up 3-1 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Well, the highlights here in the second have been good, haven't they? A couple real nice plays.
Great plays.
Puck's work to the near side. Lemon trying to clear. He does. Gets it up to neutral ice. Nick Christopher in with it. Fancy move. Christopher tried to feed it to the back door. Nice diving play there. Getting in the way of that play was Otley. Drive from the line. Tipped. Rebound. Bouncing puck on. Hit the pipe on the chance for Tate Hagenow.
Great try.
Back up to center we go now for the Blue Jays. They carry across here with Burkett. Dumped into the glove hand corner of Richardson. Back underneath the net. Puck's going to be picked up and taken here by Lemon. He's going to look up to center. He does. Hagenau's got a chance. Hagenow fires. Hansen makes the save, and he's going to cover up and hang on to it. Look out. Now there's going to be more of a conversation coming here. Kind of like an old school affair in here tonight, isn't it?
A little bit. It's always it's intense, these teams. But like you said, a lot of games, a lot of big rivalry. It's been going at it for a long time.
Face off on Hansen's glove side. Face off won by the Jays. They're going to move it to center here with Rolfsma. Rolfsma up into the Minot zone. Fancy move here. Rolfsma bumped into, still got a shot away. All right, kids, cut him down around 13 seconds to play. Down to 10, now 9, now 8. And stop the countdown because we're at 8.5 left here in the second.
That's such a big goal. When you can get one late in a period like that, oh, they're great for the scoring team, and just almost like a backbreaker for the team that gets scored on. Because like I said, that's when you got to be tight. You got to tighten up. End of the period, you don't want to give anything up like that. Make these guys. I mean, Jamestown's in it. Then you're down 1. Then they go down 2, and that's, oh boy, it's a tough call.
Big hit here on the near side wall. There's more action after the play. Yeah, it's not over yet.
Yeah, no, I think Minot's going to go shorthanded on start of the third period.
A bit rowdy here inside the Pepsi rink on a Thursday night. I don't know if the moon is full here tonight or what the occasion may be. Maybe it's just Minot and Jamestown and boys high school hockey. Either way, there's 17 minutes left. Minot leads 3-1 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Jerome's Collision Center second intermission report comes up next.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There are some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
3-1 hockey game here at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. I don't know if I'd use the word slobber knocker or dogfight for this one here tonight. However, it's been rough and tumble, and what we saw towards the tail end of the second, leading in to believe that possibly the third could be worth the price of admission and a box of popcorn. Welcome into our Jerome's Collision Center second intermission report. Jerome's Collision Center, where accidents happen, it's part of life. At Jerome's, their goal is to get you and your car back on the road. It's a goal that forces them to fix your vehicle in a quick manner. They've been doing it since 1975. Jerome's Collision Center. Repair is our specialty. We value you and your car. Jerome's brings you the second intermission report alongside of the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, Matt Morelli. My name's Nick Holberg. Pretty good hockey game here tonight. Shots are 18-9 favoring Minot United. However, that second period was pretty close. We'll get into the full game reset here in just a moment, Matt. But first, your thoughts on a period that saw Minot outshoot Jamestown by a score of 8-5, but it was a 1-1 period when it was all said and done.
Yeah, I think Jamestown kind of got better as the period went on. They had a couple shifts where they pinned Minot in their zone, and they had a couple pucks that just squeaked by the goal, and I think Minot got a little lax there for a couple shifts and just had a trouble clearing and getting possession. And I think that gave Jamestown a little life. They got that first one, it was 2-1. Now you're down. You're not out of it by any means at 3-1, but the next one's a big one. If you Minot, you go up 4-1. That really just, you kind of are in the driver's seat. But if it's Jamestown can pop one and make it 3-2, it'll get interesting because they're going to take some chances. They're going to go with their offensive guys that can make things happen, and maybe look for a long pass, spring somebody, and goalies. Both goalies have made some good saves. They're not having to get a ton of shots, especially Richardson. But either way, you got to be ready. You got to be prepared. You can't get cold. Can't get too cold back there. You want it, goaltender. You want shots. You want to be loose. You want action. It keeps you in the game. It's like you're a player. You want to be on the ice. You want minutes. And goaltenders, they don't want to go too long without seeing shots. It's just not good for them. But either way, Jamestown, they need to come out in those first 3-4 minutes. I think Jamestown's got to be a little more physical. They just got to start hitting a little bit more and play it and go with it from there. Like I said, what do you got to lose? You're down 2. You're in it. But Jamestown needs that next goal.
Time for our game reset, delivered here by our friends at the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, Saturdays 8:30 to 3. Yeah, they pack, they ship, they've got mailboxes, but they're also printing experts as well. For all your print needs, visit the UPS store. We did this week for our studio set for PSP Prime Time. Brought to you each and every week by Ackerman Esfold, Construction Management, Spas, etc., and Magic City Home Leisure. Check that show out each and every Wednesday night. Bryce Gutnick and Dallas Hansen had a basketball preview last night that was, wow, they had some knowledge for you. Whatever you want to know about high school hoops, they had it last night on the preview show on Prime Time. Game reset brought to you by the UPS store. Looks like this, period number 1. Minot started the scoring. It took a while, however, about halfway into the period. It was Nick Christopher's first of the year, assisted by Bradley. That made it 1-0. They made it 2-0 with 3:24 left on the clock. It was L's second of the year from Richardson. Only 2 goals to report in the opening period. Both came from Minot United. Minot outshot Jamestown 10-4 in the opening period. 8 saves for Hansen, 4 saves for Richardson. Into the second we went. Minot had 1 power play in the opening period that carried over into the second, by the way. Both teams 0 on the power play here tonight. Jamestown's had 2 of those, both coming in the second frame. Minot had power play of their own in that second period that we talked about. It was Jamestown that pulled it within a goal. 3:47 remaining. It was Belzer's second of the year from Rolfsma and Gaynor. But then Thompson had a follow-up to that opportunity to put one in the back of the net to extend the lead back to 2 to make it 3-1. Thompson from Slind and Bradley. That might have been the play in the game right there, as Slind just put it on a tee and Thompson put it to the back of the net. 3-1 the score. Shots are 18-9, favoring Minot High School. Good matchup here tonight, no question about that. Inside of the WDA, taking a look at the standings inside of the West Region coming into this showdown here tonight, Matt. And you look at how things are shaping up across the board inside of the WDA. Well, it's pretty early here still to put much stock into what we're about to see on the screen. Standings brought to you by Trusted Tire. Mandan at 2-0, Minot and Jamestown both at 1-0 on the campaign. 1-1 for Legacy. Bismarck, Centuries 0-1-1. They did get that extra point in the shootout the other night. Hazen hasn't played a conference game, neither has Botno. Dickinson and Williston will battle tomorrow. Both of those teams sitting on 0-1 marks. How much stock do you put into this early on in the year? I know that it's kind of a unique question in a sense because you want to win every game, obviously, but Jordan Willard said it just the other night in the pregame. Mario Lamoureux was talking about how he really doesn't matter if he doesn't care if they go into the WDA tournament as the 1 seed or the 6 seed. You just want to be playing your best hockey at the end of the year. Is that how you view that as well?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you want to see progression, improvement from now till to mid-February. Yeah, it's like anything. You want to be peaking at the right time, but still, every game you should be getting better. You know, what do we got to work on? There's always things that you need to say, okay, listen, Monday morning, back to normal. Let's get back to what do we got to break down? The coaches are going to look at film and say, we struggled with this. Let's you know, get with the guys and say, come on, fellas, we need to focus on this. I mean, defensive zone it seems like everything needs to improve on how you play in your own zone. You talk about offensive players, okay, that's great, but what kind of player are you in your own zone? Can you be a two-way player? They say a 200-foot player, down and back. You know, the goals and the scoring and assists are great, but what do you like in your own zone at the other end, trying to prevent goals? And because you talk about scoring, I don't think there's any doubt Minot's going to be able to score. But if there's a night where we don't get as much scoring, can you hold the other team to 2 goals? You know, that's the type of thing we're looking for. And like you said, improvement. You take early December, you've got December, January, a couple weeks into February. As long as you're seeing improvement and guys getting better, getting rid of those, cleaning up their game a little bit, not making them some of these easy mistakes, then in your coach, and you're happy with that, because you get into West Region play, state tournament play, there's not a lot of room for error.
Yeah, there really is not. You get into the East Region side of North Dakota high school hockey, and the game changes just a bit.
Right. That's an understatement.
Time for our third period. If you're just joining us, Jamestown's in their blue. Minot United is in the Minot uniforms that are white.
Sure, they gave Nick Christopher a 5 on that. I don't know if that was worthy of a 5. That's a tough call. Like we've always said, we're not here to give the refs a hard time, but boy, that's a tough job. Tough calls when you got to put a kid in the box for a third of a period.
Giant opportunity here for the Blue Jays. 5-minute major power play. They can score as many times as they want. And Christopher will remain in the box for the entirety of the 5 minutes on the major call. Belzer up at the point, fires in, Richardson save, rebound, kicked away, comes away to Richardson, hammers it off the glass, and all the way down it comes. Jamestown's power play, we talked about it, 0% on the year. They were 0 for 5 through 2 games coming into the showdown here tonight, looking to see if they can get that train running down the tracks just a bit. Specialty teams, such a giant piece to the game. This one's going to come all the way down just left of the net as it was sent down from Voller. Keep your eye on 33 in white. I think this kid's got some big-time potential. There's an upside of the big man back there for Minot United. Belzer in with the puck, sends it out front, nobody home. Comes away now to Nino. He fires up, and that one goes into the protective mesh off the stick of Lemon. We're a minute 5 in. 3-1, Minot leads on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Well, if you're Jamestown, calm down a little bit. Get control of the puck. You know, taking shots from in the corner on a power play, a 5-minute power play, isn't maybe what the coach draws up. You got to be patient. Get it set up. Wait for that one-timer opportunity, but there's no reason to force it. You've got 4 minutes left of power play to score as many as you possibly can, but boy, when you're forcing it in there, boy, Minot loves that.
Slind will send it down into the corner. Short-handed is United here for the next 3:33. Up to center it comes and into the zone. Blue Jays will carry down here with Schaefer. He's tattooed by Richardson on the near side boards. Comes back to the goal line. Schaefer tried to work it back up to the point. Nice play, pinching in there was Gumke. Now on the far side wing, it's Bollinger that shuffles it off the glass down underneath the goal line. Working out of Gretzky's office. It comes back away down to Gumke. Back up to the near side wall. Ness has it. Fire, save, rebound. Still loose in front. Now it's going to be taken here. Kick towards the net. Stop was made from Richardson. And now Schmeichel will take it. Tattoo this one all the way down. A flurry of chances for the Blue Jays. Richardson standing tall for Minot United. Up to center. Rolfsma's got it here. 34 points in his freshman campaign a year ago for Rolfsma. Minot takes it, dumps it all the way to the other end of the ice from Lemon. It's one of those returning guys back there on the blue line that Minot High will look to build forward from. Thompson at center, poke free. Groves trying to get a stick on it. Still scrumming for it. Right in front of us here at center ice. Rolfsma pokes it into the zone. He's got possession. Spins it over to Belzer, far side. Belzer has it at the point. Belzer works it back over to Rolfsma. Rolfsma across the blue line. Back to Belzer. He's got the game's goal here for Jamestown. Up at the point. Sent over from Burkett. Fired, save, loose in front of the paint. Oh, what a save from Richardson. Comes up with a big one. It should have been 3-2, but the right pad came out from the Minot High netminder.
Oh, good save. They needed that.
Up to center we go now. Belzer's got it here. Belzer with the motor on. Belzer takes it down. Richardson another stop. Oh, then Richardson was hacked on the play. Coming through the blue paint was Gaynor. And there's going to be a charging call here from Devin Blada. Will be on Gaynor, saying that he collided with the goaltender, or goaltender interference possibly.
Yeah, I think he just called a charge, but still, you got to. When you're anything around when you're an offensive player, anything around the goaltender, you got to watch it. You got to be in control of your body. That you don't. I mean, sometimes it just happens, but boy, if anything, you got to avoid the goalie as much as possible, because you're probably gonna get a call, and it's gonna be on the skater, the forward. Most of the time, the goalie doesn't get called. That's a big call for Minot, though. You go down on penalty kill. Now you're 4-on-4.
Yeah, that 5-minute major all the way down to a minute 19, and it's no longer a power play. We've got 4-on-4 time on the ice surface. Back behind the Minot goal. Comes away now to Cole Richardson. Sends it up here onto the tape for Hagenow. Spun away at center. Richardson's going to carry back in. Oh, look at that move. Richardson walks and fires Karams right into the hands of Hagenow, and it's going to be pushed up to center here by Nienow. Richardson had it at center. He dumped it ahead forward, then he was hammered into the near side wall. Richardson favoring the right arm possibly here. He handles the puck, however, as he moves back into his own territory. Now Richardson will start the motor up to center. Across it comes, Lemon. He's got the jets on. Takes it down underneath the net. Sent it out front, trying to feed Schmeichel. Comes back up now to Slynn. Slynn fired it towards the cage. Comes to Schmeichel. That one sailed wide. Thompson's got it here on the near wing. Thompson spins away with it, tried to drop it on down. It's going to be poked free here by the Jays, and they go up to center now. Gavin Schaefer sends it back underneath the goal, where Richardson watches it float past the line. Icing on the play, and that icing is brought to you tonight by our friends at BSN. BSN creates exclusive personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs. From custom equipment, uniforms, and coaches' apparel to fan wear, branding, and more, they do it all. Contact your local BSN sales pro today. They include Scott Woodmansey, Greg Foster, Naomi Erdahl, Nate Zachman, sales manager Joe Cattell at BSN. Minot United at full strength. They're back to the power play. Short power play, 25 seconds is what remains on the advantage. And short-handed, here comes Rolfsma with the puck. Rolfsma, toe drag. Tried to send it, tried for a lane to send it, but he's just going to work it back up into neutral. Now it's taken at center ice, worked across from Groves, back over it comes. Bradley got it to L. Taken there by Belzer. Belzer flips it out of the zone. That does it for the power play here for the Blue Jays. Minot 0 for 2, the extra attacker here in this hockey game. Up at the line, hounded and pushed out of the zone. Knowles back after it. Oh, he's pasted on the far wall. Puck comes back away now to Bradley. Between the legs, Bradley goes down underneath the net. Bradley surveying, tried to push it out front. Now Belzer's got it here, goes back to Rolfsma. You're going to see 8 and 16 get some minutes here in the third period, I'd have to assume, for Jamestown.
You have to. You got to give them extended time. You take your chances and you roll with it. You got to get guys that you need to create chances.
Off the near wall for Minot United. L poked it free. Puck sent all the way back into Minot territory. Icing on the play with 10:29 left here in the third. Planet Pizza brings you tonight's contest on the PSP Network. Planet Pizza proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Largest laser tag playground in the region. It's Planet Pizza. I truly believe this, the best pizza in town too at Planet Pizza. There's a couple others that give it a pretty good run, but Planet's my go-to. I try the Blue Buffalo. I like how I say try the Blue Buffalo every single time that I'm there.
Probably more than try.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Dumped down into the Jamestown end. 10:15 to tick down third period. Minot with a 2-goal lead. They lead 3-1. Trying to move to 2-0 inside the conference after they took down Legacy on Tuesday night in Bismarck at the VFW Sports Center.
It's a big road win for Minot.
Not an easy place to play down there either, is it?
Anytime you're going, I think Bismarck High is playing a lot better this year, and you knew that was only a matter of time before they got things going over there.
Part of the coaching tandem that was named the Coaches of the Year last year inside of the WDA. That's John Grubb. It was on the left. Jason Bennett was on the right. Jordan Willard down the bench a bit more, working with the defenseman here tonight. As promised, Rolfsma with more minutes here in the third. Dancing into the Minot zone. Puck's taken away. We go the other direction now as it's taken here by Slind. Dumped right back forward. Taken here by Voller. Goes up to Schmeichel. Back to Slind. He's going to crash towards the net. Dahl tried to feed it back door to Danielson. Danielson pounded hard. Centering feed. Slind shoots and scores. Oh, baby, what a goal that was. Slind's second point of the game, second goal of the year. He didn't miss. His dad told me tonight that he's got a rocket of a shot on him. He buried it. Let's take another look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. On the doorstep out front. Yep.
That's what you need, though. You get chances, you got to put them away. Make them count.
Slind's second of the year. Second point to the hockey game. Minot up by 3. Danielson was hit pretty hard on that play. He was slow to get up in the corner. Play continued on.
I think there was going to be a penalty called. They wouldn't have scored, sorry.
Richardson moved it on forward, comes back up to neutral. You're Jamestown right now, down by 3 with 9:17 left. Is there any magic potion that they can try to pull out of the bottle here?
I know they're going to have to take some chances. I think their D are going to have to probably start pinching in a little bit. They need something. They need a lucky one, greasy one somehow. Just fluky would help. Anything to get back into it, because like I said, you're starting to get low on time. You're definitely not out of it, but they need something quick.
Seems like a pretty big hill right now with the way Richardson's played tonight. Jamestown's had some chances, no doubt about that. Minot High's goaltender has played well. Out front, Thompson fires. Oh, big stop from Hansen. Here's Duffy Dobeck. Schmeichel, the solo assist on the play. Minot leads 4-1 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 8.5 ticking down here, third period. Thompson sends it out front, pad save, rebound, another opportunity. Another flurry for Minot United, and the stop was made from the Jamestown netminder. Scrubbing here on the near wall, Belzer. Oh, then Belzer got into the back of Groves big time. That's going to result in a 2-minute cross-check call. Net goes vacant for Minot High.
They always see the second guy. You can't fool the referees. That's just probably frustration, lack of. When you're down and things aren't going your way, you kind of tend to take penalties like that sometimes. Just not the smartest penalty when you're down 4-1.
Minot's power play comes back out. 0 for on the ninth. They're going to have another chance here. Tell you what, I like Belger's game a lot. This is a kid in the WDA to keep your eye on as this season progresses. 8 in blue. He's going to be one of those guys that will have to be a difference maker for Jamestown. He's been a difference maker in this hockey game. However, his Blue Jays trail 4-1, and he's in the sit bin for the next minute 50.
Yeah, if you're Minot, that's the guy you want in the box. But yeah, they're going to rely heavy on him. They're going to give him a lot of minutes, which is you have to. He's got skill, and they'll you put your, to take a set. You take your chance with your top guys.
Minot's power play works here, sent down from behind the goal line. That one just wide from Dahl. Back at the point. Leaves the zone. Minot regroups with Lemon on the near side. Nell will bring it on in. Sent down underneath the Blue Jay net. Hagenau is going to take it away in deep. Works on Gretzky's office. Searches for the outlet. Tried to feed a shot towards the goal, but getting in the way of that one was Minot. That Minot's got a hit on the near side wing. Shuffled away here off Jackson Dahl. Then L spins it down to the corner. Comes back away down to Hagenau. Working back, it comes to the point. Lemon's got it here. Works it across far side into the hands of Holland. Holland back to Lemon. Lemon will drop it down. L sends it in, but just wide. Up at the far point. Bouncing puck down to the corner. Comes back away now to Dahl. 44 seconds remains on the ServPro power play. ServPro, 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology at ServPro. Here's L with a shot. That one fired towards the goal. L gets it back. Half a minute on the ServPro power play. Lemon's going to have to regroup at center. Minot will have to skate to touch up onside. Lemon will just drift this one back in underneath the Blue Jay goal. Fresh skaters for Jamestown. Richardson's out of the net to play it. Comes back away now to Cole Richardson with 6:10 to play here in the third. Just about going to do it for the Minot United power play. 1 second remains on the clock here of that ServPro power play time. And a faceoff will take place in the Minot high end. Tonight's game on the PSP Network is also brought to you by our friends at the Aggie Foundation. Vote each week for the PSP Network Player Performance of the Week. Nominees will be posted on social media each Monday. Winners announced on Thursday. Aggie Foundation and Ryan Family Dealerships with Minot State University bring you the PSP Player Performance of the Week. Back into Minot United territory. Down to 5:44 left in the contest. Join us for our planning team financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. There's a chance for Minot United carrying in. This is Slind with it. He'll fire. He shoots and scores. Slind's got his second of the game. That's point number 3. And the young man in maroon and gold having himself a night here on his home ice.
A great shot. Quick release.
Just inside the top of the circle. Right where Grandma keeps the cookies on the top shelf. Slind makes it 5-1. Minot. Sport Clips brings you tonight's MVP of the game. Who is tonight's MVP? Tweet at us at PSP Network on X. You can also comment on our social media platforms, Instagram and on Facebook. Hard to argue that the young man Slind with a pair of goals and an assist tonight isn't going to be in that conversation. Oh boy, Thompson was railed over on the far side wing. Almost got dumped into the bench. He's back up, he's all right, comes up to the near side line. Thompson's got it back underneath the goal line now. Thompson worked it back away now to Bradley. Hand passes the call from Jake Stack at the blue line. And a stop of the play with 4:36 left in the third. 5-1 Minot. It's kind of the danger zone right now, Matt, in these games where 4-goal lead. It's been a bit chippy here tonight. Not overly carried away by any means, but this is the time of the night where you hope to see it just go on ice with nothing goofy happening here.
Exactly. You don't want too many whistles. Just keep the play moving. Don't need anybody have anybody getting hurt. Just get the game over with and move on. And don't need them. Let's get out of it clean.
Up next for Jamestown. They travel to Grafton Park River to play the Spoilers coming up on the 9th of December. At Dickinson on the 12th and Hazen-Beulah on the 13th. How about that defensive effort coming back was Dawson Keller.
Like we were saying, don't let anybody get behind you. You got to know where all the offensive players are at all times.
Well, when you lose a goaltender like Devin Keller, Devo, they called him one of the greats to ever play for Minot High. That record was just about unblemished. When you have that void in the blue paint lookout, that one goes up into the seats. Souvenir finds a fan. When you've got a goaltending question and the question mark in the goaltending room of who's going to be in the blue paint for you, probably the worst question to have. However, this young man for Minot United tonight has been real good in my mind.
Well, he's off to a good start. That's what you need. I mean, winning builds confidence.
Well, you've got Richardson back there, Maxim Hall with an 86% save percentage. Canton Christians with a 93% save percentage. They've got 3 of them.
It's had good competition.
At some point, you have to pick one. Here comes Richardson with it. Fires off the glove again of Hansen. Lemon will hold it in. Is that your mentality? You get towards the postseason and playoff time. Do you ride one of those horses like that, Matt, or do you rotate?
I think you do. No, I think you ride a guy and you go with him until he has a bad game or maybe there's a little slip up. And I mean, it's.
Minot has scored again. It's now 6-1 on the BNC Bank scoreboard as Hagenau comes out of the pile. Scramble in front of the net. Hagenau somehow tied up by 2 Blue Jays. Let's watch this one back.
Got a stick on it, deflection.
Christopher's going to end up with a point on that play as well. Hagenau tips it into the net. Minot's up 6-1. We're not done yet. It doesn't look like here with 2:45 to tick away in this third period of play. Rolfsma into Minot territory. Schmeichel trying to clear, he does. Right back into United's end. Comes back up to center now, Slind. He's got a pair of goals tonight, looking for a hat trick. Shuffled off the wall, Blue Jays have possession, 2:20 to play in regulation. Belzer drops it off, Rolfsma turns and fires. Oh, he tried to go to the glove side top shelf. Rolfsma. Oh, that one might have hit the pipe.
Yeah.
Lemon and L are the ones that get the official credit on that tally from Hagenau. Down to 1:42 to play here in the third. United's up by a score of 6-1. That was the score last year in the semifinals of the region tournament. Fired on, Hansen made the save. Puck's going to be flipped up into the seats. Another Souvenir to find a fan with 1:21 left in the hockey game. Big thanks again to our friends At Serve Pro, bringing you the power play action tonight. Serve Pro 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, and advanced technology at Serve Pro. Big thanks again to Bones Barbecue Sauce, true North Dakota original, created right here in North Dakota. Premium barbecue sauce that can be found at your local grocer. Farstead Oil bringing you the game tonight as well. Since 1938, they've been committed to outstanding customer service and reliability. Wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Also want to thank our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game, the Northern Plains. Into the catching minute goes of Hansen. He'll hang on to it. One more time with Val Cyclerly. Locally owned and operated in downtown Minot since 1960. Sharpening center for knives, scissors, chainsaw blades, and more. They also have a fitness center.
Love those guys. Buy all my bikes there.
I was going to say, that's
great shop.
That's a great Christmas gift idea. Maybe Val Sankory out in front. Oh, there was a chance there with a backhand. That was Quinn Kilmer. Just missed. In the circle it comes. Back away now up to the points. Minot wants one more here. They're going to fire. Save loose in front. Hansen scoops it up into the catching mitt and hangs on to it. We'll have our move of the game tonight coming up with our Sport Clips MVP. That all happens inside of the Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. If you haven't already done so, make sure to follow and subscribe to the PSP Network. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. Our mission is to promote local athletes in the great state of North Dakota. You'd be amazed how far hitting subscribe on that YouTube channel goes, or hitting follow or like on those social media posts. All right, kids, final time tonight. You're about to count them down, but Hansen gloves it and hangs on to it. Next up for Minot High, we told you where Jamestown's going next. Minot goes up to the Lumber Dome. Coming up,
could be a battle up there.
On the 9th of December. Then they're at home on the 11th against Mandan. That one you might want to mark your calendar for. Mandan looks to be pretty solid here in 25-26. And then Minot's at home against Dickinson on the 16th of December. Minot's playing in the Winter Classic this year.
That's awesome.
Outside, we'll have coverage of it on the PSP Network.
Go see Willie down there.
We get to go see Dave Wilson, our good friend. All right, kids, 12 seconds, 11, 10, now 9, now 8. Richardson wanders out of the net and throws it up the near side wall. 3 seconds, now 2. That will do it tonight from here at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. 6-1 is the final score. Minot United remains unbeaten inside the conference. They put another one in the winning streak column against the Jamestown Blue Jays. Final shots here tonight, 37-16. Minot had the advantage when it was all said and done. We'll tell you how they got 6, how they held Jamestown to 1 tonight when we come back to our Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Break.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.
Minot United, Jamestown collide for the first time ever under Minot Hockey, having new name and moniker, the co-op between Minot North and Minot High. It's a long-time rivalry, however, between the Magi and the Blue Jays, and tonight Minot had the performance that ended up in the win column. Welcome into our Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. Find them online, planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads, home to the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome when you come to the Magic City. See that new commercial with the pies on it from Shots Crossroads? Try a banana cream pie there, I'm telling you. You
got a couple of Thanksgiving. They're fantastic.
Gosh, they're good.
They're good.
They are another level at Shots Crossroads. They bring in the postgame tonight. Nick Holberg, former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, Matt Morelli. Matt, your thoughts on a 6-1 victory for Minot United here tonight? When it was all said and done, Minot seemed to flex a little muscle possibly at times in the second period. We had quite a game. That third period was shaping up that it might have been a little more rock'em sock'em. Minot found a way to pull away at the end.
I think so. I think Minot's depth. I think Minot rolled 4 lines. They weren't afraid to use everybody, and it seemed like they got a little stronger as the game went on, and which is good. And you want, like we were saying, get everybody involved. Couple untimely penalties on Minot's side, but you're going to have that. These guys get fired up, and they got a lot of energy, and they want to get out there and do something and earn their ice time and be physical. But I think Minot just had more quality chances. They took advantage of it, and you can't fault Hansen from Jamestown, the goaltender, at all. Some of those were tough deflections, and you can't. That's a tough job for a goalie. But either way, Minot not too bad. Jamestown, they'll regroup. They'll be better. It's early in the WDA, but when you're at home, those are the ones you got to have. You need those points.
They got them tonight. 3 big ones for Minot United. Here's how they did it. The game reset brought to you by DriveRyan.com. Browse their massive inventory online at DriveRyan.com. Minot United opened up the scoring with 8:28 left in the opening period. it was Christopher getting his first of the year, assisted by Bradley. Then it was L's second goal of the season, assisted by Cole Richardson with 3:24 left in the first. Minot outshot Jamestown 10-4 in the opening period. Their power play went 0 for 1 on the short power play that they had in the opening frame. In the second, Jamestown brought it within a goal with their only goal of the game. It was Belzer's second of the year, assisted by Gaynor and Rolfsma. That came with 3:49 left in the second period. That was a 2-1 game at that point, Then it became 3-1. Thompson from Slind and Bradley, and that was quite a play right there that put Minot up 3-1 to end the second period. Shots were 8-5 favoring Minot United in the middle period. Into the third we'd go, and the Slind show rolled into the Pepsi rink. Schmeichel set him up on his first goal of the game. Second point, second goal of the year for Slind. And then Slind got another one moments later, followed by a goal from Hagenau, assisted by Christopher, Lemon, and L. They didn't have Christopher on the official game call inside of the Pepsi rink. However, I'm pretty sure it was Hagenau that fed it to him. I could be mistaken. However, L, Lemon, and Hagenau were the ones on the sheet. Christopher, I believe, should probably get the credit. 37-16, the final shots on goal here tonight. Thought Leif Hansen had quite a game for the Jamestown Blue Jays. How about the Minot High goaltender, though? Luke Richardson came up big tonight for Minot United. He turned aside 15 of the 16 that he saw. There's your game reset, brought to you by our friends at DriveRyan.com. Browse our massive inventory online today. Again at DriveRyan.com. Time for our MVP of the game. MVP brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. A lot of kids with a lot of points here tonight. You could go a few different directions, but I don't know. The three that came the way of Landon Slind here tonight I thought were pretty impressive. Good enough for my nomination. Any argument with going with the young man from Minot United?
No, it's a good call. He was out there making things happen, hustling. He's got good speed, and if you get a chance, he took advantage of it. Probably could have had another one or two, and that's what you got to do. You're trying to earn minutes and get ice time, and you got to do something to get offensive chances. You be aggressive and go in there and be physical, and that opens up space for other guys. And you made it count tonight.
Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. Find them on the app at Minot and Bismarck. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair. Move of the game tonight brought to you by our friends at Magic City Home Leisure. Probably going to sit in the tub tonight when I get home. I love that thing, I'm telling you. Magic City Home Leisure, proud supporter of our mission of promoting local athletes. Move of the game tonight, well, there was a couple choices and a couple plays that we could have picked. However, this one where Slind buried it to the top shelf, I thought was one that really kind of put the dagger in it, made it 4-1 in favor of Minot United. Not only was it a great shot and a great feed out front, but I think more than anything, like I said, it, in a sense, put this one on ice to set it to 4-1.
For sure, that's tough. You like you said, when you're up 2, you're looking for that. It can be a big swing either way, but when you're up and you go up 3, that really makes a big difference.
Big thanks to Magic City Home Leisure bringing you our move of the game. More hockey coming up tomorrow night. Williston's at Dickinson. Brock Widener has the call tomorrow down in the Queen City. That game time scheduled for 7:15 Mountain Time between the Coyotes and the Mavericks down in Dickinson tomorrow. That will be a fun one to watch on the PSP Network. And then high school hoops opens up in the AA world. Girls high school basketball coming up on Saturday afternoon on the PSP Network. Find our full schedule online, psp.network. Great job tonight to Chad Olson running our camera, producing the show. Maddie, as always, great to see you. Thanks for hanging out tonight and calling some high school hockey with us. Your closing thoughts tonight?
For sure. No, it's a good start. Your Minot, build some confidence, start to get on a roll. You got a long season, but the thing is, get everybody involved. You want everybody to get a taste of what it takes. You learn a lot from winning, how tough it is. It's tough to get wins in the WDA, and now you take this and build confidence, and you go to work tomorrow, practice, and how do you get prepared for your next one against Bottineau? It's always a tough road trip going up to Bottineau. It's just the way it is, the Lumber Dome. It's Bottineau. Nothing's ever easy up there. You can do whatever, say whichever you want about it. Doesn't matter. They're small town and this and that. They're always good games, and it's great. Just like I said, it goes back years and years of rivalry, and players just love that kind of stuff. That's what it's all about.
I'm a big closet Botno fan. No doubt about it. I love rooting for the underdogs. They were good last year. They made the state tournament. Will they do it again this year? They're going to have a test against the preseason #1 Minot United coming up in a few days. For my broadcast partner, Mr. Matt Morelli, for Chad Olson running the production side tonight, I'm Nick Holberg signing off from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Minot United on their home ice opens up the WDA slate with a 6-1 win over the Jamestown Blue Jays. It was a doozy tonight, no doubt about that. Hope you have a great night. Hope you have a great weekend. See you tomorrow for more high school hockey from Dickinson. Whatever you do, have a great night, and God bless. This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Break.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Buchanans, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.